Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Knock at the Cabin from director M. Night Shyamalan, who co-wrote this based off of the book The Cabin at the End of the World from Paul Tremblay. And this focuses on a young girl named Wen, played by Kristen Koo, who is so adorable. This film starts off with her catching grasshoppers when a large man, Leonard, played by Dave Bautista, tries to become friends, and when his colleagues show up, they invade the cabin that Wen and her two dads, Eric and Andrew, played by Ben Aldridge and Jonathan Groff, flipped. Don't know why I did that, but they invade their cabin that they're staying at and tell them they have to pick one of their family members to kill to end the apocalypse. And they put on the TV and all these horrible things are going on, but are they telling the truth? Or are they a bunch of psychos that are coming in trying to play with them? And I feel like this is a really well done film from M. Night Shyamalan. He directs the heck out of this. There's some really impressive camera work from cinematographers. Jerem Blaschke, who has worked on all of Robert Eggers' films, so that's not a surprise, and Lowell A. Meyer. And the score from Herdist Stefan Dotier really works as well. And Shyamalan knows how to build up the tension, build up the mystery. I do have to say, this film is only an hour and 40 minutes, but like the premise is pretty lean, so even towards the center it feels like it's stretching it out a little bit. He does pad things with these flashbacks, which for the most part, some of them work in terms of character development, others feel very heavy with exposition, like trying to tell us like, how did this thing get into this situation, and sometimes it chops up the pacing of the film. And were all of those flashbacks necessary? Sometimes it's just kind of beating you over the head with it a little bit. And this film is heavy-handed. Honestly, Shyamalan is not exactly the most subtle of directors when it comes to writers and directors when it comes to presenting themes. And by the end, when things are really laid out, dumped in exposition, and explained out to the audience, it does feel a bit heavy-handed and kind of takes some of the impact away. But what it doesn't is the emotion. And there's a lot of emotion here. It's a very traumatic experience, obviously, for this family and these two men who are so in love with each other. There's so much emotion there. And then you have these four people that come into their home where they have a lot riding on this too. It's for the sake of humanity, or is it? And that's a big mystery here, but there's some top-notch performances throughout this whole entire film. And Dave Bautista gives a fantastic performance. He is acting his ass off in this, and he delivers a performance that's really moving and impactful, and something that probably is going to surprise a lot of people, and it really shouldn't at this point. He is a really, he puts in the work. He's a great actor. He really does great performances, and you have Groff and Aldridge who are playing the more mild-mannered, smoother kind of character of Groff's character, and then Aldridge, who is packing in so much aggression and pent-up frustration with how gay people are treated, and there's that baggage and his lack of caring about humanity because how they treat him. And those kinds of things are just so well realized in this film. They do really interesting things with perspective of, like, that perspective back of two gay men trying to live their lives, and now the whole entire world of existence is on them to break up their family. And you have other strong performances from Nikki Amuka Bird, Rupert Grint, Abby Quinn. Everybody comes together and really delivers these strong performances. And when it's all said and done, it might be a little bit stretched. It might be heavy-handed. But this is a shocking and engaging mystery, thriller, horror film that hits on a lot of things and delivers on so many of them in such an impactful way. And it makes you really think about some heavy ideas and themes and questions. And what would you do in these situations? And I think that's really impressive with what this film is able to do. And I highly recommend this one. This is not quite top tier Shyamalan, but I do think this is a really good film. But those are my thoughts on Knock at the Cabin. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.